to the 77th Annual Golden Globe Awards, live from the Beverly Hilton Hotel here in Los Angeles. I'm Ricky Gervais, thank you. You'll be pleased to know this is the last time I'm hosting these awards, so I don't care anymore. I'm joking, I never did. NBC clearly don't care either, 5th time. So, I mean, Kevin Hart was fired from the Oscars because of some offensive tweets. Hello? Lucky for me, the Hollywood Foreign Press can barely speak English, and they've no idea what Twitter is, so I got offered this gig by fax.
I go on my Twitter and I see people saying, you look like you have AIDS, you should go die. I don't understand how I dedicated 22 years of my life to my fans, and now they turn on me.
Do you regret ever getting involved in...
I didn't have a choice. It got bad when I was about 15 years old, because when I did MTV Cribs, the day that I had to go show off that house, my mom and my dad told me, we're getting a divorce, but you still have to go do this. I had to go show off all this stuff my whole life that was going to be taken away from me.
What is the date today? I completely, you know, and
Thursday. Yeah.
Thursday,
The 20th.
I was completely wrong, wasn't I? I had the dates wrong all this time. Diddy, come on out. He's...
Ricky Gervais just named what Ellen DeGeneres and Epstein did to silence young celebs. Word is, them closed-door moves and the power plays behind the scenes were darker than the public ever saw, and Ricky ain't holding back no more. This one hitting raw, and the streets already losing it. Now the real question hanging over everything is, what exactly were they trying to bury before it all came crashing down? And if Ricky's calling it out live, how many more names are about to get pulled into the light? Now, before we go any further, let's rewind a bit. Ricky Gervais built his name as the one guy in the industry who never bit his tongue. He hosted the Golden Globes multiple times, and every single time he walked on that stage, he roasted the biggest names in Hollywood right to their faces. Not safe jokes or soft punches. He called out the hypocrisy, the power plays, and the dark underbelly that most celebs tried to keep hidden. Ricky wasn't there to pander to the 200 richest people in the room. He was talking to the millions watching at home who weren't winning awards and weren't millionaires.
The most beautiful, wealthiest, privileged people on the planet, or the 200 million people watching at home in their pants who aren't winning an award, who aren't millionaires. It was a no-brainer, right? And I did take a risk. You know, some people said that could have been the end of my career. I could have been blacklisted. But I didn't do anything that bad the first time. The second time I went for it a little bit more. That was the...
You got a taste for it.
I got a taste for it, and I wasn't scared anymore, and I wasn't doing anything wrong.
Yeah, and they asked you back as well. I mean, that helps.
And they asked me back, you know. Then, yeah.
I just think, you know, I think that, like when I first watched the way you did it, and I think a lot of people, especially comedians, I think, you watch you do it and you think
that outsider energy made him dangerous because he didn't owe the machine anything. He wasn't scared to lose Hollywood favor because he never really needed it. He got famous without the help of anyone. Dude said he didn't care if people didn't like his jokes, so long as he'd done his job.
Do you feel a bit fearless behind a microphone?
The Golden Globes is probably different. I probably do get a bit nervous because you only get one shot at it. I've never done those jokes before.
Yeah.
I've written them that week. Well, what's happened in the news? There's 200 million people watching around the world. You can't take it back. You can't, there's no, it's live.
Yes.
So that is a bit nerve-wracking, but I only care about doing a good job. I don't care if people love it or hate it, they're disgusted, they're outraged. I don't care, right? As long as I tell the joke well. So that's all that matters to me. I go out there and I do my job.
Yeah.
And if you really think that you're anything special when you win an award, you just won an award. That's all. It was, you know, out of a few people, and you won the award. So
now fast forward, Ricky started exposing Ellen DeGeneres and Epstein. He ain't just joking around. He pointing straight at how Ellen allegedly helped silence young celebs in them elite circles tied to Epstein. Ellen built her whole empire on that feel-good daytime vibe. Dancing, laughs, young talent coming through her show like it was a safe stepping stone. Justin Bieber popped up on there multiple times when he was barely a teenager. Sophia Grace and Rosie, young singers, internet kids chasing dreams. Back then, it looked innocent, but Ricky connecting the dots shows how these platforms ain't just entertainment.
I like that boy. Yeah. He's a man now. He's 21.
Even better.
Yeah.
Better for me.
He's very...
Okay, that is not possible.
He's
I have
handsome.
not seen that.
Oh,
That
no?
is gorgeous.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, okay.
Yeah.
Now we're talking.
I know. He's good looking.
Do you think he'd go on a... Oh, yeah.
Look at that.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Stop it. That's not possible, right?
I made a turtleneck
Wow.
for you because I know you're a
Oh,
fan. So
look at that. That's so great.
then you can be a believer.
I can be...
That's what you're called if you're I think I have one more.
Oh.
I Heart Bieber. So depending on the mood, you
Oh, my
yeah,
God. Okay.
just casual for around the house.
Yeah, I can wear that.
Wear this when I invite you over next
I
time.
would like to,
Okay.
actually. Okay.
Good.
Thank you, Ellen. This
Now,
is really fabulous.
would that be the youngest if you went out with him? Are you a cougar? Do you consider yourself a cougar?
Well, I'd like to, but you know, I haven't had the opportunity except when I have a job. And when I have a job, then what happens is that they have to kiss me sometimes. We've discussed this many times.
Right.
But when I don't have a job, nobody... Uh-oh, did you see... No! Oh, my God, no! Oh,
Well, hello, you two. How are you?
Okay.
Good. I'm glad. So, is this your first time on TV?
Yeah.
Are you nervous?
No.
No. You're excited?
Yeah.
It's nice to meet you. And you are Sophia, right? Do I call you Sophia?
Yeah.
Sophia
You
Grace?
can call me Sophia Grace.
Sophia Grace. All right, I will. And you're Rosie.
Yeah.
Hi, Rosie. Rosie, you're 5?
Yeah.
And Sophia Grace, you're
8.
8. All right, I heard you do an American accent.
Yeah.
Can I hear it?
Okay. Hey Sophia, hey Rosie, I can't believe I'm on the Ellen show.
So, that was very good. That was very good. I do an English accent. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
Hello. Thanks. It's not that good. All right, so you're cousins, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and Rosie, you're a lot of support for her. You don't really sing along with her, but you really act out every bit of the action, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and you do everything together? What made you want to do this together?
Phil, can I say? Okay. Well, we like dancing together, and Rosie makes me feel more confident when because I got someone with me.
Could you have somebody with you like that? That's fantastic. And you love doing it too, right, Rosie?
Yeah.
All right. And then you dressed, I noticed that you're wearing the same thing you were wearing in the video that I saw. Do you always, is this your costume?
Yeah. Yeah.
They serve as entry points into bigger circles where young individuals got exposed to things they had no business seeing. Ellen wasn't operating alone. Her connection to Diddy ran comfortable for years. Those on-air moments, laughing, inside jokes, her shouting him out on birthdays with nicknames that hit different today. Ricky highlighting how Ellen allegedly played a connector role in them environments.
Great. So tell me about your birthday party. Am I invited?
Yes. Yes, you're definitely invited. I
When
invite
is-
you to all my parties. You just haven't seemed to show up.
No, well, is it on the East Coast?
Yes.
Well, that's why. Why don't you have one here on the West Coast? Because I work all the time.
Okay, well, maybe I have one at your house.
Where's the... Now, what time would your party start, let's say?
Like 9:30.
Really? That early?
Yeah.
I could make that.
Yeah.
But I could think of you of starting a party at like midnight. Like, what time will it go till?
That's a different type of party, though.
Uh-huh.
No, it'll go from like 9:30 to like maybe 3 o'clock, 3 o'clock. And then, we have the top 2 floors of the hotel. you know.
And then it will carry on there.
Yeah. Then No, I mean the after party.
No, I know about them. Women who talk in bed. Really?
This is not how you play the game?
Really? Really?
Yeah.
That's a turn on. Somebody talk to you.
No, it's just talking.
No,
Talking dirty.
No, talk.
Talking is in the category talking dirty.
Is it a
Let me explain something to you. There's no rules in talking dirty. There's no rules in talking dirty. I don't want to be with a. That's not my thing. I want her to talk. I'm very clear. Thank you.
Amen.
The same way powerful figures move young talent into private sessions. Phones taken, security tight, rules disappeared. Whistleblowers like Ali Carter been really loud about this kind of environments. She says she was one of them. Underage, scared, and surrounded by grown celebrities with money, power, and connections she couldn't even process at that age. She's described being passed around rooms where nobody asked her age, nobody asked for consent, and nobody cared what damage was being done. Even Jaguar Wright been talking about it.
I never thought that we would see the day where Diddy would get arrested, and I told you guys in that Maria Z interview in 2021 that no one tells on Diddy. P. Diddy. All right? Just the same way nobody tells on Denzel Washington.
Is Ali Carter being silenced?
I'm sure she is. I hope it's not my fault. I made an outcry to her that I'm willing to talk to her.
Word on the street is Ellen helped normalize access to those circles while keeping everything looking harmless on television. Young Bieber getting pulled in early, the emotional weight he carried later, the breakdowns, trust issues. Ricky saying that kind of damage don't come from regular fame pressure. It comes from early exposure in them closed door environments. He talked about protecting others like Billie Eilish from certain experiences.
So check this out, yo. Justin, you ever seen the movie 48 Hours? Right now, he's having 48 hours with Diddy, him and his boy. They're having the times of their lives, like, you know, where we hanging out and what we doing. We can't really disclose, but it's definitely a 15-year-old's dream. You know, I have been given custody of him. You know, he signed to Usher.
I'm signed to Usher.
I had legal guardianship of Usher when you know he did his first album. I did Usher's first album. I don't have legal guardianship of him, but for the next 48 hours, he's with me. So yeah, and we gonna go full crazy.
Going crazy.
Crazy. He knows better than to be talking about the things that he does with Big Brother Puff on national television. Everything ain't for everybody. When you get 16, you're good to go.
I'm good to go.
Man, you good?
I'm good. How are you?
All right, young brother, everything's good?
Everything's
Selling
great.
out arenas and everything? Starting to act different, huh? You ain't been calling me and hanging out the way we used to hang out.
Well, I mean, you haven't.
For all those in London that don't know what happens to the white man when he comes to a P. Diddy party, this is what happens to the white man. When they come to one of my parties, I put them to sleep.
It was hard for me being that young and being in the industry and not knowing where to turn and everyone, you know, telling me they love me and, you know, just turn their back on you. I just wanted to protect her, you know? I don't want her to go through anything I wouldn't wish that upon anybody. Yeah, if she ever needs me, I'm just a call away.
Now pause right there, because this hits different when you think about Epstein's world. Those files cracking open showed how elite networks move people not of age through private islands and protected spaces.
Millions of pages from the government's file on Jeffrey Epstein now public. The Justice Department saying it marks their final release and includes thousands of videos and pictures.
We are producing more than 3 million pages, including more than 2,000 videos and 180,000 images.
But the documents are 42 days past the deadline, and DOJ acknowledging they withheld an additional 3 million pages of records. They say due to concerns including victim privacy or material.
Epstein allegedly ran operations where normal rules didn't apply. Ricky tying Ellen's role to that same machine. Her show gave young stars massive exposure, then allegedly funneled them towards circles tied to Diddy and Epstein. Diddy and Epstein allegedly shared the same type of isolated environments, wild gatherings, and transactional relationships. If young individuals were present at Diddy's parties, the overlap with Epstein's world makes everything feel connected.
He's in cahoots with Epstein. And then
was he in cahoots with Epstein, or was it just a similar type of an operation?
No, they were friends.
Really?
Yeah, because Epstein had on Miami as well, that really private, rich estate in Miami. So they were all in cahoots as well. But again, I think he's gonna sing.
Ricky exposing how trusted faces like Ellen helped make it look normal. How does somebody build a brand on kindness and positivity, then allegedly help feed young talent into environments that silence them? That question got the streets heated. Ricky connecting the dots tight. Ellen allegedly did it through entertainment and familiarity, while Epstein and Diddy operated in the shadows. Both damaging, but one still walked free for years. Now, if you've been tapped to them whispers, y'all already know Diddy ended up serving time following those federal charges connected to arranged companionship transportation allegations. Right now, he reportedly doing 50 months at FCY Fort Dix in New Jersey after first being held at the Metropolitan Detention Center in Brooklyn, the same place people constantly complain about because of the harsh conditions, overcrowding, and chaos inside. Word is, things allegedly got messy for him there. Dude was literally attacked, woke up to a knife to his throat, and eventually being transferred out, while Ellen dipped out of the U.S. and walking free.
All right, what does the panel think of Ellen leaving the country? Oh, this I find so fascinating because first Ellen is canceled by the left. I mean, she said I was kicked out of show business. That wasn't from the right. That was because she had a toxic workplace and all the things that the people are. So then Trump gets, so she's canceled by the left in her country, but then she's leaving the country because the right got elected. I'm just asking about that. It doesn't completely compute, right?
Did she sell her house?
Do you think she's
really
going to leave? Yes, she's already there.
Where?
And she announced it. England. Cotswold.
England?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
I don't know. I know, I've met her mother, and I don't think she would have agreed with that. The mother is very down to earth. Her mother.
Well, she's always lived in L.A., right?
Yes.
Now she's in the Cotswolds? Yeah. I give it like 4 months.
Why? Is it boring now?
Ricky making it plain. The smiling daytime queen allegedly played her part better than most. She kept the image clean while connecting young talent to circles that left lasting damage. This gets deeper when you look at other young celebs. Usher himself admitted seeing curious things around Diddy at a young age. Said he would never let his own kids experience it. Yet somehow, Bieber still got introduced into that same orbit.
And I lived with Sean Puffy Combs for a year.
That's the crazy thing. Now, that was L.A. Reid's idea, right? We're sending you over to something called Puffy Flavor Camp.
There you go.
To learn
Flavor Camp?
Yeah,
Flavor
that's
Camp.
what it was called. And you're going to go to Puff Daddy's. He's going
in the 90s. Do you understand what that's like?
Puffy's place was like just filled with like nonstop, right?
No, not really. I mean, but hey, it was curious. I got a chance to see some things.
You're a dad now. Would you ever send your kid to Puffy camp?
Hell no.
Ricky highlighting how these handoffs happen smooth. One mentor passes the young artist to the next level, and before they know it, they deep in spaces with powerful figures. Bieber was only 13 when things shifted heavy. Old clips of Diddy talking about spending 48 hours alone with him. That don't sound like mentorship no more. That sounds like access. Ricky exposing how that kind of access at that age leaves scars that show up years later. Now think about the pattern with other young talent. Britney Spears, y'all remember her? See, most people remember Britney Spears as the pop princess who had a public breakdown years ago. The shaved head, paparazzi chaos, and conservatorship. And once the Epstein documents started resurfacing online again, folks noticed Britney's name allegedly floating around conversations involving Epstein and Dr. Mark S. Trahant, a medical figure connected to UCLA programs. That instantly raised eyebrows because Britney was famously held inside psychiatric facilities during parts of her conservatorship. She publicly claimed she was heavily medicated, controlled, monitored constantly, and stripped of basic freedoms.
About how I was not cooperating in rehearsals and I haven't been taking my medication. All of this was false. He immediately the next day put me on lithium out of nowhere. He took me off my normal meds I'd been on for 5 years. And lithium is a very, very strong and completely different medication compared to what I was used to. You can go mentally impaired if you take too much, if you stay on it longer than 5 months. But he put me on that and I felt drunk. I really couldn't even take up for myself. I couldn't even have a conversation with my mom or dad really about anything. I told them I was scared and my doctor had me on 6 different nurses with this new medication come to my home, stay with me, to monitor me on this new medication, which I never wanted to be on to begin with. There were 6 different nurses in my homes and they wouldn't let me get in my car to go anywhere for a month. Not only did my family not do a goddamn thing, my dad was all for it. Anything that happened to me had to be approved by my dad.
Ricky then talks about Aaron Carter. What exactly happened to Aaron Carter behind the scenes while he was growing up in those celebrity circles? Because this wasn't just a young artist dealing with fame. Aaron openly talked about fear. He went live multiple times claiming people were after him, saying he needed protection, saying if anything happened to him, it would not be random. At the time, most people brushed it off and called him unstable. But after his death in 2022, those old live streams started hitting people very differently online, especially because Aaron was found dead inside his California home at just 34 years old, officially ruled an accidental drowning involving inhalants and prescription medication. Public reports say he was discovered in the bathtub, but the internet never fully accepted that explanation because people remembered the things Aaron said before he died, the paranoia, the panic, and the desperation in his voice when he begged fans for help and money to relocate somewhere safe. Aaron literally said people wanted him gone.
I go on my Twitter and I see people saying, you look like you have AIDS, you should go die. I don't understand how I dedicated 22 years of my life to my fans, and now they turn on me.
Do you regret ever getting involved in...
I didn't have a choice. It got bad when I was about 15 years old because when I did MTV Cribs, the day that I had to go show off that house, my mom and my dad told me, we're getting a divorce, but you still have to go do this. I had to go show off all the stuff my whole life that was going to be taken away from me.
Following developing news tonight in Lancaster, where pop star Aaron Carter has died at the age of 34.
Yeah, the troubled performer grew up in the limelight, but he was in and out of rehab several times in his short life. Chris Wolf is live for us in Lancaster. He's got more on this. Chris?
Yeah, Rick, MB, the street is now cleared. People have been moving in and out of that home behind me all day. And tonight we heard from some of those closest to Aaron Carter, and they all say the same thing. They all share stories of a very kind, loving, caring, humble, yet troubled young man. It's the tragic death of a young performer, and now family, friends, and fans around the world are suffering the loss. LA County firefighters say they received a call about a drowning. The LA County Sheriff's Department says a house sitter called 911 around 11 a.m. Saturday to report a man unresponsive in his bathtub. It was Carter. The dispatcher advised her to start CPR until deputies and paramedics arrived. Then emergency personnel pronounced Aaron Carter dead at the scene. He had been grappling with substance abuse for years, in and out of rehab. He once appeared on the show The Doctors, explaining he suffered from a number of mental health issues and was taking a variety of prescription pills to treat those conditions.
He was a good person. You know, he had his demons, as we all do, you know. I just wish he had another chance to defeat those demons, I'll say.
Ricky Gervais in the middle, exposing how these circles really operate. Young talent pulled in early, exposed to environments that changed them, then left carrying emotional weight. Bieber with the breakdowns, cutting off key people, talking about betrayal, the same way other young individuals allegedly got pulled in and silenced. Ricky making it plain, this wasn't just one host or one party, this was a system that used trusted faces to keep everything running smooth, while young celebs paid the heaviest price. He's saying Hollywood silences young celebs when they stop playing by the rules. The street's been watching these patterns for years. Now, the full picture's starting to look real ugly. People getting emotional about Britney's breakdowns. One user wrote, I miss old Britney. Another said, my gear is so broken for her. She's been SA'd since she was a child. Then this user goes, watching her now is just so sad. The world failed her. Her family failed her. Yet another said, I'm not diagnosing her, but some people who go through extreme trauma develop dissociative and personality disorders. That's why mental abuse is harder to deal with. It leaves lasting damage. What if Ricky, Wright, and Ellen allegedly helped silence young celebs in them Epstein-style circles? What really happened in them closed-door sessions that left marks on Bieber and others? And why does the industry keep protecting the powerful while the young ones carry the heaviest weight? Drop your thoughts below. Let's talk about it. And make sure to hit that like and subscribe button because this story is far from over.